The impact of government secrecy on public trust and transparency. Exploring how government secrecy affects public trust, with insights on classified information, transparency issues, and a thrilling book recommendation. How government secrecy shapes public trust, a casual conversation. Hey, have you ever wondered what happens when the government keeps too many secrets? Like those top-secret files or hush-hush policies that never see the light of day? It might seem like a necessary part of national security, but the effects on public trust can be pretty serious, sometimes even damaging. Let's talk about this in a casual way. Imagine you find out your friend has been hiding important things from you, not out of malice, but because they think it's for your own good. At first, you might understand, but over time, not knowing the full story makes you suspicious, right? It's kind of the same when it comes to government classified information. Governments obviously need to keep some things under wraps, for diplomacy, national security, or law enforcement reasons. This government information secrecy is often justified to protect lives or prevent chaos. But when secrecy becomes the norm rather than the exception, it creates a problem. That problem is a loss of trust. Why does trust matter so much? Well, trust is like social glue. When you trust your government, you're more likely to comply with laws, support policies, and feel connected to the country's well-being. But when you don't, you start questioning everything. Are they hiding something? What aren't they telling us? Suddenly, rumors, conspiracy theories, and cynicism become widespread. One of the tricky parts is the blurred line between necessary government confidentiality and excessive government document secrecy. Officially, many documents are classified to protect sources or methods, but sometimes it feels like secrecy is used to cover mistakes or avoid accountability. Look at it from a psychological angle. The human mind dislikes ambiguity because it creates anxiety. When people sense their government is keeping secret policies from them, that anxiety can magnify. This might be a big reason why stories of leaked government secret policies or whistleblowers tend to grab so much public attention. They offer a glimpse into the truth and temporarily ease that tension. At the same time, trying to push for full transparency isn't as simple as it sounds. There's always a legitimate need for discretion in certain areas. But the problem arises with the government transparency issues that stick out, like when the public gets the feeling there's more hiding underneath, or when transparency comes in bits and pieces that don't make sense. This tension between secrecy and transparency has inspired lots of stories and novels, and it's especially gripping in psychological thrillers. Speaking of which, if you're into stories that explore the dark side of government secrecy and manipulation, you might want to check out Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. It's a wild ride of paranoia, secret agendas, and shadowy government actions that really make you think about what's hidden behind closed doors. So how can governments regain or maintain public trust amidst all this? Here are a few thoughts. Clear communication. Even if all details can't be shared, explaining the why behind confidentiality helps reduce suspicion. Accountability. Government officials must be held responsible when secrecy is abused to cover wrongdoing. Selective transparency. Sharing declassified documents or summaries periodically can help the public feel included rather than shut out. Robust oversight. Independent watchdogs or bipartisan committees can oversee sensitive information without compromising security. When secrecy shifts from being a protective tool to a wall between the government and its citizens, the social contract starts to fray. People feel alienated and become less likely to trust official institutions. This erosion is dangerous, especially in times when public cooperation is critical, like during crises or pandemics. Many of us just want honest dialogue, and some level of openness helps build that. The alternative? More suspicion and a sense that there's a hidden agenda. So yeah, while there's a place for government classified information and government confidentiality, finding the right balance is key to keeping that trust alive. Anyway, I highly suggest grabbing a copy of Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. You can buy now an ebook, print, or audio, and experience a gripping narrative that weaves government secrecy into a suspenseful thriller. It's a great way to see how these themes play out when pushed to the extreme. So next time you hear about yet another secret policy or see warnings about classified government files, Remember how that subtle dance between secrecy and transparency shapes not only what we know but also how much we trust those in power. Thanks for chatting with me about this. It's a fascinating topic that hits close to home more than we might think.